I feel like that folds in another factor of like, how close are you guys? How established is your platonacy? And then also how thoughtful they are as a human.
That's true.
Types is like the easiest way to broach the topic of relationships.
Yeah. It's like an icebreaker.
Gateway into talking about relationships.
Yeah, so true.
And then like what you would look for.
Yeah. You're basically handing them the blueprint to asking you out. Like, I want to sustain our friendship forever.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I just have to be careful about doing those things.
Yeah. So maybe like not doing a thing is more caring than choosing to.
This is everything that we've learned from getting led on, leading on, having guy friendships, crossing boundaries. This is just everything that we've taken away from that.
Okay. We're back. It's been so long. Did you miss me?
It's been 3 weeks.
But for the listeners, it's been a whole week.
Cinder decided to travel.
I did.
And leave me behind.
I did. That was an intentional decision. In every healthy relationship, sometimes you do need time to yourself to...
I've never felt that.
Rest and recuperate, and sometimes distance makes the heart grow fonder.
Did it grow fonder?
Nope.
Okay.
Yep.
So I'm glad we have a podcast together.
Anywho,
we're back. It's summer. Summer has sprung.
Spring has
in
sprung.
New York City. It is so hot. I'm actually melting.
Yeah. No,
I remember when we used
melting.
to do pods and we would be so cold we'd be like wrapped in blankets.
No, when I left, I was wearing thermals. I came back and I rolled up all of my sleeves and I was stripping myself.
Okay. That's graphic.
You're welcome.
Anywho.
Anyway, we'll unpack all of the things. This is my first time solo traveling too, so
yeah.
Many thoughts to come.
We'll do a pod on that at some point.
But first,
we
have urgent matters to discuss.
What are we talking about today, Cinder?
So, we heard you. You didn't ask actually. But we provided unsolicited thoughts on guy-girl friendships.
Yeah, we did.
And so we wanted to...
What's crazy is that the audience was 75% men.
You may think that you're invisible on social media, but we see you. Everything is tracked. If you would like to share your thoughts with us, we welcome you onto this pod.
True.
You could fully join us.
Just DM us. We'll invite you into our home.
Stranger danger. In the meantime...
Last week on the pod, if you haven't listened to last week's pod, last week we talked about thoroughly about guy-girl friendships and what they inevitably lead to, which is one day...
Death. Sorry. Not always.
That was morbid. One day it'll inevitably... inevitably lead to the fact that you're not as close anymore. And
unless you get married or unless you are extremely clear about your boundaries. There are possibilities.
There are possibilities where you will stay friends forever. But if you're besties, one day, if the two of you guys get married, it's going to be like tough for you guys to stay in contact.
If you get married to other people.
Right.
If you get married to each other.
Hopefully you do stay in contact.
Hopefully communication is streamlined.
True. What we talked about last week, we mentioned that we have had our fair share of what are we situations. Yummy times. And with these what are we situations, what have we learned from these situations?
Valid.
What have we, what is the line between being kind and being nice to
and
a guy friend?
A good friend.
To a good friend that we consider
thoughtful.
A very, very good friend.
Right.
Versus
starting to send signals.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So what is the line between a signal and kindness from a girl's perspective?
Right, yeah.
That's our
from
thesis.
Our takes.
Yeah. And how it's changed over time. Because I feel like we've learned the hard way.
I'm trying to focus on what you're saying.
Oh.
But
I'm touching her face with a plushie. I'm able to, brush your bangs
No,
back.
I appreciate that. You're saving me the hassle of brushing on my own. So thank you for your act of service. It's very kind and thoughtful, and I appreciate you as a good friend.
Thank you. Don't take it the wrong way. Anyway. Anyway, what is the line? We want to be a great friend, and we also don't want to assume that, like, you might have feelings on, but I also don't want to lead you on. But also, yeah. So,
but then and on the receiving end too,
and we've had our fair share of these experiences.
That line moves. It like can shift depending on the season. It can shift depending on the person and like who you know they are, and it is very blurry. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't even call it a line. I would just call it like a grayscale.
True.
A gradient.
And I feel like a lot of the guy friends that I talk to, they don't think kindness exists. Like, they just think everything is a signal.
Oh.
Like, I feel like every guy I talk to, like, if a girl, like, gives them any attention, they're like, holy crap, they're in love with me. I'm just kidding. I'm sure there's guys that are humble out there, but I'm just saying.
Shall we give examples of areas in which it could be signal or it could be friendly?
Okay. I'll give an example scenario, and then you tell me if it's friendly or...
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Because we wanted to talk about this, too, because I think Carol and I have different takes on some of these things.
True.
Like where the line / blur / gradient falls.
Yeah.
Are we ready to debate? Okay.
Yeah.
Or like the realm of texting, I think is a cool place to start.
Yeah.
Because texting is so, I mean, I think for both of us, that's like our primary form of communication, even though we're going to get roasted by our friends.
We're actually so bad at.
Yeah.
But it is our primary form of communication.
At least, or texting is the easiest, it's the lowest barrier to entry. Texting also has blurrier barriers, I do feel. Like texting at 11 p.m. once, like maybe they respond immediately, so then twice, and then like an ongoing conversation into like midnight.
I feel like also with situationships, it always happens because maybe you don't have feelings and you're not trying to send a signal, but you start doing these things and you get to a point where you're closer to the point of no return, aka the graph we drew out last week's episode. Please listen. And even though you didn't mean to send a signal, even though you didn't mean to like, oh, like I'm gonna text this guy until 12 a.m. because I want him to know that like I like him. But like if you were to do it, you will start to maybe develop feelings or like
even
get
if
into
you
that
didn't
realm.
have that intention.
Yeah. So that's like a third category, I guess.
Okay. Like I think texting maybe is also an example of a space where the line has shifted. Like, for example, I feel like when I was in high school and college, I could text back and forth with my guy friends. No questions. Also in college, you're sleeping at like 4 a.m., at least me. So 12 was nothing. But
True.
But now it feels like if I have any like extended back and forth texting with a guy, it doesn't even have to be at night. But if it's an extended, like, oh, I'm giving them this attention of mine.
Yeah. Like, you know those times when you're like texting back and forth with a guy and you're on the screen waiting for them to text back and you're like watching them bubble type and stuff?
Yep.
Like that is for sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Because we also talked about last week, it's like in your 20s, your time is more valuable.
Yeah.
And so when you're giving your free time, at that point, if it's an extended conversation and you're waiting for them, like, to text back, that is dedicated energy, like, from your free time that you're giving to them. And that you probably didn't plan for.
True. Like, you're pushing other things, you're using your free time and pushing other things aside.
Exactly.
To, like, have a conversation. Like, giving up sleep. I think that's the biggest thing. If you start giving up sleep to talk to someone ongoingly into the night.
Yeah.
That's...
Oh, and so maybe that's why, like, the nighttime thing has a different, like, vibe about it. Like, or a different implication.
Yeah.
Both of you know.
Sacrificing sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's different from, like, if you're just texting them while you're waiting for the subway because it's, like, the subway's running late, you know. But, like, what level of texting is okay?
To stay, like, behind the point of no return.
Yeah.
I feel like I text my very, very platonic guy friends every couple hours or so. Probably, like, the most regular pace that I do it is, like, every other day. But I'm also just like, that's who I am. You text like every week, I feel.
Whoa.
Yeah. One of our guy friends told me last week, he was like, you're a horrible texter, but Cindy's worse.
You used to be the worst one. Even if it's every few hours can be very much in passing. And so you're not giving them your dedicated time or energy. Mm-hmm. You saw the notification and so you're responding to it.
Yeah. I feel like good examples also are like guy friends who've told us that they've felt like there was a signal.
From another girl.
Yeah. But it was totally not a signal. Yeah, and I have one in mind right now.
Okay, go.
So I have this friend who said that the girl that he thought could be sending signals, or he was like, maybe I make a move now, got him a gift when she was traveling, and then also bought him a birthday gift that was like on the pricier side. Okay. And not a crazy thing, but a thoughtful gift.
Yeah.
And so he was like, do I make a move?
Okay.
Yeah. But then after he made the move, it was a no-go.
Oh.
So do you think that when you travel and do you think of your guy friend enough to buy a gift for them? Like a souvenir?
I think it depends on yeah, usually.
Who? You buy me souvenirs and there's also a guy?
The debate commences.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Because truly, when I'm on a trip, you have to be so important to me for me to think about you.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, thanks. I feel like there are a few factors here. If it was an expensive gift, and if it was extremely thoughtful, did the girl actually send a signal that she didn't mean to send?
Yeah. That's what I guess that's what I'm saying. Or if you are individually buying a guy a gift, sometimes I'll buy a guy friend a gift, but I'll tag a couple other friends and we'll split it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That way there's no confusion, even though I had thoughtfully thought it myself.
Oh, okay.
But I will just intentionally tack on some other people.
Oh, okay.
Although I do feel when we first moved here, there was a guy friend that I bought a gift for. Whatever.
No, and I feel this is where this is a difference in our lines. I could see individual gift from me to a guy could be taken in a way, but if the gift feels generic enough, maybe it's a souvenir store and I got a variation of that gift for a couple of people, or it's not a big thing.
But you have to carry it in your suitcase back to them. And if it's fragile, you have to wrap it in bubble wrap.
Well, I asked the cashier to wrap it.
Okay.
But,
Yeah.
This past time that I went to China, Asia, I got little chopstick holders for some guy friends.
Oh, I think that's fine.
See, or what? So then let's break down, what is the difference? What's the line there?
Let's say the guy is really into something,
Pokemon.
Coffee.
Okay, coffee. Sure.
Pokemon.
Asia.
And then you go to the coffee capital of the world.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And you're oh my gosh, I'm not going to get him beans. I'm going to get him the French press that's offered there.
Okay, yeah. And is that what the friend did, maybe? Went the extra mile kind of thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. It's I wouldn't go the extra mile, but I'm this friend, I think of him, I think of this friend, generally guy or girl, when I see coffee. And so
but I can think of them, but not buy it for them.
Oh, really? I feel I would, as a friend that I care about, probably the regular coffee beans that don't cost that much.
No,
or maybe
yeah,
the small
but
bag
I'm
or
saying
something.
you get the French press machine and you buy it for them.
Yeah, then that's going the extra mile.
Yeah.
Right. And so maybe in your scenario, or in the example that you gave of this friend who got a really expensive gift and was extremely thoughtful and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's maybe you didn't mean to, but I can see how the guy took it as a signal.
Yeah. The thing is if I were a guy, not that I am, and not that I'm speaking on behalf of men.
But you are.
But I am. I'm just if I like a girl, and a girl went on a trip and got something for me,
even just the regular coffee
even
beans.
if it's a regular coffee bean, I would be
really?
Holy crap, maybe.
Even the chopstick holders?
Or even if, as a girl, if I liked a guy and a guy went on a trip and he bought me coffee beans and was thoughtful enough, it's even more so that a guy did it Like a girl is thoughtful naturally, but like a guy, it takes a guy a lot for them to buy coffee beans.
Not to
for someone.
overgeneralize.
Yeah.
But
so
okay,
like I would take that as like, holy crap, this guy's in love with me.
No, but if you're friends.
I mean,
Oh,
I guess.
I don't know. Oh, but then I feel like that folds in another factor of like, first of all, how close are you guys? Like, how established is your platonacy?
Mm-hmm. Like, you're on the path of a sustainable good friendship.
Yeah. So I feel like that's a factor. And then also, generally, like, how thoughtful they are as a human.
That's true. Oh, you do really need to keep that into account. Because there's this guy at my church. Mm-hmm. Very, very thoughtful guy. Mm. And, like, every time we're on a trip, he'll, like, buy gifts for, like, his friends. Guy or girl. Mm-hmm. And he's just naturally that way.
Yeah.
So you have to take that into account.
That. Yeah. I'm thinking
like what is out of character behavior.
Out of character. Yeah. And I feel like, or for us, it's like we would think of the guy like on the trip. Mm-hmm. But then like we have to think, like put ourselves in their shoes and like their mindset and be like, how are they going to interpret this? Mm-hmm. Which I feel like sadly has like sometimes made me question like, oh, should I get the gift or not for them? I usually just end up doing it anyway.
Another guy friend, his childhood friend, they were like reconnecting and she lives in another city and he lives in New York. She's like a really, really busy girl. She's like in med school. Her like first day off in a long time. Oh. She flies to New York City and stays with him for 3 days.
Dang. Okay.
And then he was like, oh my gosh, she's in love with me. Asked her out. Yeah. And she said no.
Wait. I take that as a signal. Unless it's like, again, like established platonacy. And
they're childhood friends.
Tough.
But it wasn't even that she was being nice. She like genuinely wanted to see her friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then maybe she thought that they were on the sustainable road.
Yeah, I think so.
Ugh, and that's why it's gray. It's like, sometimes we think that. Yeah. It's like, oh, obviously we're just friends.
Yeah. I have another one.
Okay.
A guy friend. Cooking with a girl.
Cooking?
Yeah,
he was cooking.
And she feeds him.
What? With like a spoon?
With a spoon.
What?
To try something. And he took that as a move.
Oh, man. Okay. That one's tough. Because she was like already cooking.
Yeah.
She was at the stove.
And had him try something. And fed him.
Oh, man. Oh, that one's tough, actually. I think I have done that.
Sorry, what? In what scenario would you do that?
I don't know.
I've never seen you cook. And when you do cook, you feed people?
Scenarios where it's like, I'm like trying to check if the pasta's ready. And so you like scoop out a noodle.
But you could hand them the spoon.
That's true. Yeah.
But you decided to spoon feed them.
No. Oh, I'm remembering like one time I like gave it to them, like to hand it to them.
And then they friggin' went in with the mouth?
That's like, oh, okay.
Oh my gosh. Oh, we can also talk about scenarios where we accidentally led someone on.
Oh, yeah.
And what we did.
Yeah. Well,
so, like,
I mean, maybe I unknowingly fed pasta to the wrong person. So. Oh, or where we felt led on.
Oh.
I have an example of that.
Oh, whoa. T.
Or like where I've questioned.
Oh, yeah.
You know, too. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
this is gonna be bad. Oh, frick. I'm outing myself. I like got a gift from a guy friend. And I was like, oh, that was extremely thoughtful of them because we don't live in the same city anymore. Stop! It's over.
I'm dead.
It's Jover. It's Jover.
I'm dead.
Was that a good example though?
Yeah.
Okay. It was like a birthday present too, so it's like it was
It was really thoughtful.
Yeah. It's like a reason to give a gift too. Mm-hmm. But then it was like we're like not in each other's lives.
Yeah.
Consistently.
Yeah.
And so it felt thoughtful in that way, and the gift itself was thoughtful.
Yeah.
So.
What to do? Oh my gosh. Okay, but see, like that scenario, I have also very platonically bought a pretty thoughtful gift for a very platonic friend. I have also like done it where I didn't tag on other people.
Oh. And it was fine?
And it was fine.
So then maybe what matters more is your your established relationship with that person.
And what is out of character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like less so the action, like when you're texting, how often, what kind of gift. Like this instance, I was like, oh, this is more thoughtful than I expected.
Yeah.
Lamau Zedong.
Lamau Zedong. One time I handmade a friend a plushie.
Whoa.
Out of fabric and the stuffing.
Oh my gosh.
I hand stitched it.
Wait, you craftsman.
It's this big. And I gave it to my guy friend.
Okay, and how did that turn out?
What do you think? Okay or not okay?
Well, were you trying to send a signal?
No. And it's like the emoji that he uses a lot.
How established is your platonic? Were you dating at that point?
No.
Was he dating at that point?
No.
Huh. Yep. That's really interesting.
Yeah.
Yep. Good one, Carol.
Just expose myself.
Were we pre-20 at that point?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, I cut you a little slack there then.
I was 18. I'll just say that.
Okay. 18, maybe.
Yeah.
26? I would smack you across the
Okay.
face, drop kick you out of our apartment.
So we shouldn't make custom plushies for our guy friends. I sewed it with a sewing machine.
Wow, that is really impressive. I didn't know you knew how to use a sewing machine. Or I would do that for like my guy friend who's married.
I went to Joann's and bought fabric.
Wow. Holy guac, bro.
I know.
Okay, I do appreciate and admire and care for my guy friends, but that's a large lift. I think I would just buy the plushie for my guy friends.
Yeah, right. Like, I would buy the knockoff. Like, not even, like, the name brand.
Oh, facts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't get the... What is this called?
Jellycat?
The Jellycat. I would get the Chinese version from Temu.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But they still might interpret that as thoughtful because they don't know what Jellycat is.
Right.
So, did you lead them on?
Yeah.
Wah, wah.
Or, I won't say for sure. Probably.
Whoever's out there listening, you can confirm if
Confirm
or deny.
comments.
I feel like there's always the role of like confirmation bias. Like if a seed is planted and maybe the seed was planted not by any kind of like signal, but maybe like interest is sparked for whatever reason, then like that person will start being on the lookout for potential.
Yeah. That will make you over-index on certain actions.
Yeah, which I think it gets blurry again too, because like what could have been like actions that were totally like not interpreted in any which way, like in your friendship up to that point, like now are being interpreted differently.
Yeah.
Even though like your actions are not changing.
Yeah. Or like I've already liked them, and because I like them and they did something, then
You're overthinking it.
then I over-index on it.
Yeah. So I'm thinking like maybe like it was totally normal to hang out one-on-one with this person like up to that point, but now the seed is planted and they're looking or you're looking and now one-on-ones have like a slightly different undertone.
Yeah.
And like maybe the person on the other side has no idea, you know, which is tough.
Yeah. What if you're one-on-one with a guy and you guys start talking about your types and like like what is attractive to you?
Yeah.
And like,
wait, I don't even think that has to be in a one-on-one setting.
yeah, I agree.
Yeah. But I think it could go either way, right? Like we talked about it in the last episode. Like if even just one person starts like describing a very distinct type that is like not someone in the group.
That is like not you.
Yeah.
Then it's like
it's like, oh, maybe that's a signal
yeah,
in
that's
the
a signal.
the other way.
Yeah. True.
Yeah.
But if you guys are both talking about your types and it's like kind of similar to like you guys,
I feel like I take that as a signal.
Yeah.
Types is like the easiest way to broach the topic of relationships.
Yeah. It's like a icebreaker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gateway into talking about relationships.
Yeah, so true.
And then like what you would look for.
Yeah.
Your preferences.
Yeah, you're basically handing them the blueprint to asking you out.
Wait, I feel like we just need to lay on the table that, like, anytime you're talking about types, like, whoever is listening is comparing themselves.
True.
Like, you just gotta say, like you're always mental mapping. And I think that exists in, like, most conversations. Like, I feel like the person who's listening is always thinking about, like, oh, how do I relate? Or how do I understand this? Or how can I, like, empathize or build off of what they're gonna say with my own experience? And it just happens in the relationship case with types. You're thinking about, I feel like it just leads to you thinking about your compatibility.
Yeah, that's so true. Yeah. And then you probably make a decision.
I do also think there have been scenarios where the types are established and, like, maybe they're different, but it still felt flirty. And then that gets, like, really gray and confusing. Yeah. In that context of even, like, talking about your types, I feel like there are other, like, unspoken signals in the room, and one of them could be, like, eye contact. And I think I get hyper aware of eye contact.
Really?
Like, especially if it's in a group, I'm, like, looking, like, at who's looking at each other.
Whoa.
Wait, I feel like it's so telling.
Wait, recently someone told me that, like, there was this guy, every time she would look at him, he's looking at her.
Whoa.
Yeah. And I feel like I've also experienced that, where, like, I'm in a group and, like, I'll turn and look.
Glance over. Yeah.
Yeah. And that person is looking.
Yes.
And I
oh my
make
gosh.
eye contact.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you, like, double take.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, shoot,
awkward.
they noticed that I noticed.
Yeah. And then we just, like, quickly look away. Yeah.
Yeah. And so is that a signal? Holding eye contact?
Or, like, that's definitely a signal, but I think it's, like, subconscious on the other side. Like, I don't think you stare at someone, like, consciously. I think you're just, like, you're, like, watching them.
Yeah.
You're, like, observing them.
But then it's immediate, like, on the receiving side, you clock that as, like, they're observing me.
Good use of the word.
Thank you.
Good word.
Like, you're like, why?
Yeah.
No, I think I've been very confused by that.
Yeah.
Before. Because they're not trying to, like, display interest. So they might not have even clocked it themselves, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like because of that, though, because it feels so subconscious, I don't take it too seriously.
Oh, I think I take it even more seriously. Because I'm like, oh, you're subconsciously doing it.
Dang. Are there just guys who, like, are observant and, like, they don't mean it at all?
I have no idea.
Actually, now that I think of it, I think I know guys who just hold eye contact. And they're just, like, that type of person. I do feel like I know people who do use eye contact intentionally to send signals. You know, there's, like, the 7 habits of highly effective people, and there's, like, all these tips, like, how to be charming. And I think eye contact is always brought up as, like, one of those things. And so I've seen people, like, hold eye contact, and I do wonder if it's just, like, they're trying to be a Rizzler.
Well, I feel like there's just generally, like, charismatic people.
Yeah, that's true.
And
that's
they
true.
use those tactics, and it is what it is.
And it's, and it could be conscious, it could not be.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then, or I feel like that goes back to, again, knowing this person's character. Like, knowing what's out of character for them. If they're a person who just holds eye contact, then okay, cool. If they got Riz, then cool. I think this is also knowing someone's character, but, like, if they follow up on something, if they check in. Oh my gosh, we have a lot of friends who, like, have really good memory. And they'll, like, check back in on something. And you could interpret that as, like, oh, that's really thoughtful that you would remember a piece of my life that's, like, maybe not even relevant for you, but that you would ask about it and follow up, and know that, like, it's something I care about. But yeah, I feel like if they're a person who is the checking in type, it doesn't have to be interpreted that way.
I feel like the signals from guys is, like, it's pretty simple. Like, guys are kind of, like, straightforward.
Really?
And girls are, like, also good at interpreting guy signals. So I feel like if a guy, like, girls are good at, like, interpreting, like, and filtering. But I feel like the grayer area is, like, the signals that girls do.
Wait, what's the straightforwardness of a guy?
Like what you were saying of, like, girls are able to interpret when a guy is, like, out of character. Or, like,
I see.
Or, like, reads into things a little bit deeper, and they are usually more perceptive. I feel like for a guy, it's harder for them to be that perceptive about, like, what a girl's signals are.
Oh,
Lana.
versus just them being thoughtful.
Yeah. So I feel like that's why, like, when we were starting, like, it's girls' signals that they, like, give that are, like, blurry lines.
I see, yeah. I feel like an example of I second guessed my action so that it wouldn't be misinterpreted was, like, a friend had, like, a race. And I was like, oh, I want to go cheer them on because I know it matters to them, but I'm not going to make a poster. What's the right line there?
Yeah. Also, like, one of our guy friends, like, 6 girls went to go chase him and, like, root for him in his race.
But they made a shared poster.
They did make a shared poster. I feel like if it meant something to the guy for you to be there.
Specifically you.
Like, if you went out of your way to do it, or, like...
Right. If you went out of your way.
Yeah. Like, I went to go watch a guy's race once, and it was because I happened to be in the city that they were racing in, and I was just like, I'll just stay a day and, like, watch this.
Oh, but you stayed a day.
But, like, a group of us all stayed a day.
Yeah.
And that person was also part of the trip before.
Right.
So we might as well all stay a day, and we all go back together.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think maybe what a girl might interpret as, like, oh, I'm being kind and thoughtful, a guy might interpret as, like, they're going the extra mile for me. What is kind and thoughtful, like, for them as a human is, like, our bare minimum, and, like, what is going the extra mile for them is just our kind and thoughtful.
So that's why guys misinterpret.
That's why they interpret, our kind and thoughtful as going the extra mile.
Yeah, so true.
Ruh-roh.
And that's probably why you feel like you need to tone yourself down. Because you're like, oh, I'm doing this because I'm kind and thoughtful.
Oh, then maybe also that could contribute to why it's a little easier for us to interpret. Because it's, like, obvious when a guy is, like, trying.
Yeah.
And then, like, meets us in that overlap zone.
Yeah. So true.
Yeah. I do feel like with guys, I just, like, subconsciously at this point tone it down.
Yeah. Wait, I want to, like, put on Instagram a poll on our story or something.
Yeah.
Of, like, the biggest ways someone has led you on. And, like, I'm just curious, like, what people will say.
We could read those back. Do we need to address our guy friends for a moment?
Okay, say your piece.
To our guy friends out there, you're doing great. For the most part.
If you ever need help interpreting a girl's actions,
yes,
pause before you go out on a limb. Ask us.
Ask us.
Ask us.
We are consultants for hire.
A better gauge.
Yeah.
And we've been consultants before and have been successful.
Quite.
Might I just say.
Quite.
So, DM us if you have a query.
A query. But also for the guy friends that our friendship is established and is sustainable and we're able to give each other gifts and not second guess every single little action, I appreciate you very much. I'm very grateful.
I also feel like we have, like, a slightly more conservative view than most people.
Oh, true.
Like, I feel like one-on-ones is, like...
Well, yeah. Maybe, I'm on the conservative side and you're, like, even further down the line.
Yeah.
Because I feel like you and I disagree on one-on-ones, for example, where I still think it's fine to get one-on-ones with guys. And I feel like it can be totally platonic and chill.
Oh, yeah. We kind of talked about it earlier, but, like, prior to the point of no return, in our graph that we talked about last week in last week's podcast that you should go listen to, is, like, a safe boundary that, you know, you can sustain a really healthy friendship of the opposite gender for a long time. I think those boundaries are crucial, and a lot of the things that we talked about, examples that we talked about today, are, like, if you're able to not do those things, then you're probably safe in the, like, you'll have a sustainable friendship for a long time and you'll never go towards the point of no return situation.
But you also may never get closer beyond that point, which is maybe the trade-off that is required to have a sustainable friendship.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, like, I feel like it's just, for me, it's just about, like, how do I make sure that I stay in the sustainable friendship? And that just means that, like, there are certain things that I can't do that makes it so that I might be the one in the wrong. Like the feeding someone or, like, the buying them a really special gift for their birthday. Like, like, one, I don't want to be in the wrong. Like, I don't want to have overstepped myself. And then also, two, like I want to sustain our friendship forever.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I just have to be careful about doing those things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe like not doing a thing, like choosing not to, is like more caring than choosing to. Aw.
And that's the case for the other way around too. Like,
yeah,
for a guy
totally.
towards a girl.
Totally.
Like, guys lead on girls all the freaking time.
Carol's seen too much.
Yeah. And I feel like guys also need to be equally as careful.
Yeah, yeah.
Honestly, I think this is everything that we've learned from getting led on, leading on,
Yeah.
having guy friendships, crossing boundaries, and this is just everything that we've taken away from that.
Mm-hmm.
And from 18 to now 25, for myself.
Okay.
I think that we have really learned what to do or not to do.
To be or not to be.
To be or not to be. And I think that really helps us help our guy friends interpret as well.
You're welcome.
Just because they bought you a gift from when they were traveling doesn't mean they're in love with you. I'm sorry.
Just because they went to Joann's and stitched and learned how to use a sewing machine for you does not always mean. But I wouldn't blame you in that scenario. Okay.
Anywho.
Cool.
Do-do-do.
Do-do-do.